What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're getting into my Week 7 college football predictions. Before we get into it, let's look at Week 6 here. Starting out with the first game of Week 6, we had the LSU Tigers taking on Missouri. Got that one right. LSU had to battle back in this game, but they were able to win that one. I believe they got like a pick 6 or something at the end of this game to extend that lead, but big time win for LSU. They needed that for that program, and a tough loss for Missouri. I did pull off the upset pick here. I picked Oklahoma to beat Texas. What a crazy game that was. Texas went down, scored a touchdown to take the lead in this one, and then Oklahoma, with like a minute 30, went all the way back down and scored a touchdown to win it. So, huge win for Oklahoma in that big time rivalry game and hand the Longhorns their first loss of the season. NC State, I did pick to beat Marshall. That was a little bit closer than I thought it would be, but NC State did get the win. And then Washington State, very frustrating loss for them to UCLA. I picked Washington State to win it, but UCLA figured some things out this week after that Utah loss a couple weeks ago. I did pick Louisiana to pull off this upset over Texas Tech. I didn't even really know why, just because Louisiana was at home, and I think they could have evened it out. So I got that one right. I got Iowa over Purdue right. Purdue kind of fought in this game, but they were just clearly not the better team in that one. Iowa won that one. Close game, but Alabama did beat Texas A&M. I finally, I've been picking against Texas A&M a lot in this college predictions, and I did it again, and Alabama backed me up this time, so the Crimson Tide beat Texas A&M there. Notre Dame against Louisville. Frustrating from Notre Dame there, to lose that one against. I know Louisville's undefeated right now, but they were not expecting that coming into the year, and now Notre Dame is officially out of the postseason picture. Let's be honest. So. The college football playoff picture. So Notre Dame, very frustrating loss there, and Louisville, a huge win for that program. Okay, Fresno State did beat Wyoming. Fresno State battled in this game, but Wyoming, I said it, they were a very good team. A lot of people were sleeping on them, and so was I. I should have picked this team, I think, but I really believed in what Fresno State was bringing this season. But Wyoming's only one loss came to Texas, guys, so this team is probably an undefeated team if they don't play Texas. So, huge win for Wyoming. This is a good Wyoming football team right there. And then I did pick TCU to beat Iowa State, and TCU, man, this was their worst loss so far of this season. They just looked flat in this one against Iowa State. Now they're going to have to play BYU, my BYU Cougars, and that's going to be a tough game because BYU has been playing really good this season. Okay. So ultimately, I went 6-4 that week. Those last 3 games really were frustrating for me because I really started out good, but 3 upsets happened, and then I have a 6-4 week, which was very similar to some previous weeks for me. So 34-26 is my record right now. I still want to get that better, as we don't have too many weeks left. We only have like 7 more of these, guys, which is pretty crazy. We're so far into college football, it doesn't feel like that, but I need to turn the tide. So let's see if we can do it this week. Starting out here with the Georgia Southern James Madison game. I don't really know much about either of these teams, but I'm going to go James Madison here. At home, an undefeated team. I think they should be able to keep that undefeated streak, but it looks like it should be a good one because Georgia Southern looks like a really good team as well. But I'll take James Madison there. And then the big game here, the Oregon Ducks and the Washington Huskies, the number 8 team and the number 7 team. I'm going to go with Washington. I think this team is better right now this season. From what I've seen from Washington, they've been playing dominant football. Oregon has been playing really good. I trust the Washington Huskies, though, more in this one. Being played in Washington, that gives the Huskies an advantage. So I'm going to go with Washington. But yeah, Oregon's a really good team as well, man. This one's just going to be fun to sit on the couch and watch for a lot of people. But I'm going to take Washington. Okay, Texas A&M against Tennessee. Tennessee had that one loss um to what's there to Florida. This is a tough pick here. Because Texas A&M has been a good team this season, guys. Don't get me wrong. If this was in Texas A&M, I think I would go with Texas A&M, but it's in Tennessee. I think the Volunteers should win it to advance on a 5-1, but it's close. I could see that one going either way. All right, Kansas now taking on Oklahoma State. This one's being played in Oklahoma State. I'm going to feel the Cowboys. Let's go with an upset pick here. I'm going to go with Oklahoma State. It's being played in Oklahoma, which gives Oklahoma State the advantage. I know Kansas has been a very good team this season, but they did lose their first game a couple weeks ago. And Oklahoma State, man, it's just they're a really good program. Year in and year out. I know they're a 3-2 start, but I really like this Oklahoma State program, what they built there. So I think Oklahoma State can pull off a big upset over the Jayhawks, but that one's going to be another good game. I could see that one going either way as well. Okay, Marshall against Georgia State. Let's keep going. Let's go with Marshall, favored in this game. Yeah, I'm going to just go with the favorite team. I think that they should win it at 4-1 this season. Marshall, almost beat NC State last week, as we saw. So I think that Marshall could beat Georgia State. USC Notre Dame. This one's an interesting one. Notre Dame coming off that frustrating game against Louisville. That was not what you wanted to see from Notre Dame. And then USC just barely beating Arizona. So these two teams have not lived up to my expectations so far this season. Caleb Williams in this offense kind of stalled last week against Arizona. I'm going to go with Notre Dame in this game. I feel like they are I feel like they're just going to get this win here. And USC, I just feel like they've been playing these really close games. They're bound to get a loss here soon. And in Notre Dame's, that's a tough environment to play. Yeah, I'm going to go with Notre Dame in this one. USC gets their first loss of the season, but that's going to be another good game. We have a lot of good games to start out this week, it looks like. Okay, Miami taking on North Carolina. I have been really impressed from what I've seen from North Carolina this season. Miami's a really good football team there at 4-1 as well, but I'm going to take North Carolina in this one. This team's been very good out of the ACC. They've been playing really good football. I think it continues with a win over Miami. But the Miami Hurricanes is not a team to sleep on either, though. Kentucky now taking on Missouri. Missouri with that frustrating loss last week. Now they need to come back and try and beat Kentucky. And I'm going to go with Missouri in this one. I think they respond well after a tough loss to LSU. I know it's being played in Kentucky, but this is a big rivalry here. And I think that Missouri is going to have enough in the tank and bounce back. Because, this Missouri team's been a really good team aside from that LSU game. So I think that they can pull off the upset win. And then UCLA and Oregon State. I know UCLA won against Washington State last week. I think going to Oregon State's going to get them, though. Give me Oregon State in this game against UCLA. I just think they're the better team. And then Duke, NC State. The Wolfpack 4-2 this season, getting that win over Marshall last week, but much harder game against Duke. I don't think that they should win that one, so I'm going to go with Duke. All right, so those are my predictions, guys. Comment down below your thoughts and your predictions. Crazy that we're already 7 weeks into the season. But anyway, guys, peace out.